Got a lot to talk about tonight. A new first round target, potential one. Trey Harris visit, and also Josh Johnson being signed. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe. So, man, welcome back to PSN Command. That was your boy Tone K Tech. Back on the video, man. If I get to our glory to God, if I got to right now, God's will doors and pay way for all people in the Lord name improvement today's video. Here about the Washington Commanders. If I get too far into today's video, just want to give you guys a quick verse, and then we'll get right into today's content. Not too much to talk about this evening, but just a couple of quick topics to run down real quick. And we'll talk about those. So let's go ahead and put up this verse, and then we'll just briefly talk about that, and we'll get right into the content. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time tonight. How y'all doing tonight, though? How y'all doing? What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? Philippians 4:13. I can do this all through Christ who gives me strength. Clear as day. I don't have to talk about too much. Let's talk about a guy that I want to target at pick 29. This is a guy I'm interested in. Very interested in. And this is a guy I want this guy. 29 might be a little too rich. I understand that, but dude might be a late first rounder, early second rounder now. He might be the third safety off the board. And I think this guy has an immense talent. And it's a guy that, if you did pick him up, would definitely be an upgrade over some people that we do have on the roster currently. And that is Kevin Winston Jr. I know I love my Penn State boys. We are Penn State. And this kid's phenomenal. He's a great tackler in space. He has good ball skills, pause. He's good at tracking receivers and covering. He's good against the run. If you're looking for a Jeremy Chin replacement, here it is. I know he signed Will Harris. That's cool. And I think he can play ball, but I want a more permanent solution at it. He's from Columbia, Maryland. He's from the area. This just makes too much sense. I love this. I love this pickup. And if we got to take him at 29, it is what it is. I wasn't looking forward to spending my first round pick on a safety when we do have Quan Martin on the contract for another couple of years, and we did pick up Will Harris. But it is what it is. If this is the best guy on the board, you take him. And he's a Penn State guy. He's a DMV guy. Well, not necessarily in the DMV, he's in Columbia, but still relatively close to the area. And I don't know if he's a Commanders fan growing up or he's a Ravens fan growing up, but this guy's a dog. So let's look at his profile real quick, and we'll talk about some things and give you my thoughts. What it do, player? What it do, player? What's up, Simple? What's got a big 7422 is me and you. You know what I'm saying? Penn State, Columbia, Maryland Jr. 6'1.5", 215. Arms are 32.5 inches. Pause, and then 9.5 inch hands. Super pause. Production score is 60. He did get hurt last year, so he did have the injury. I believe it was broken collarbone. It might be a lower extremity injury. I'm gonna check it out real quick. It was an ACL tear. It was an ACL tear. Yeah, he had an ACL tear in September. So it's March. He's 6 months off of surgery. He ran a 4.5 coming off an ACL tear. That's how athletic this kid is. That's scary as hell. Athleticism score is 75. Total score is 72. So good scores here. Played 12 games as a reserve, 11 tackles in the TFL. 2023, uh, honorable mention, all Big Ten Conference, led the team with 61 tackles, started all 13 games, 25 TFLs, an interception, 5 PBUs. Played 3 games with 2 starts, 13 tackles and forced fumble. Missed the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Miscellaneous facts about him. Father Kevin played football at James Madison. So that's that. Projection round 3. I think that's going to go a little higher now. I don't know when this dropped. But I think he's going to go way early in round 3. I think he can go early as the late first, mid second round. So I'm thinking like anywhere between where we pick at 29 to probably like pick 45. I think he comes off the board. So if we do trade back, I think he's a top 50 talent. He's a top 50 talent, even with the ACL. I mean, a top 50 talent. I think he ran at 4.5, and he showed his athleticism through the pro day. Yeah, he's definitely a top 50 player here. Let's look at the overview real quick. Talented but relatively inexperienced due to the season ending injury in 2024. Winston has NFL size and traits, but is lacking the instincts and recognition column on the back end. He is much better when he's engaged and playing forward, where his play strength and consistency as a tackler stands out. He can cover both inline and slot tight ends and hassle their catch space. However, he struggles with anticipation and footwork when asked to play on top of the defense. Safeties with traits and tackle talent usually stick around as starters, but Winston might be somewhat limited until he develops his field recognition enough to handle what NFL passing schemes will throw at him. Strengths: team captain with NFL size and long arms. NFL scout said he's wired to play the right way for pro ball. Attacks blocks near the line, and spill runs wide, so forcing him to go outside and tackle afterwards. Closes quickly and snuffs out action when playing forward. Rarely misses a tackle when he's in the area. Frame, length, and athleticism to cover all brands of tight ends. Well-framed challenges to contest and eliminate catches. Weakness: below average instincts and play recognition. That's something he is weak in. That's his number one weakness, if I want to be honest. Slow to read and step downhill to prevent head starts by runners. That's every now and then thing for him. Bumpy footwork and transitions from his back pedal. That is true. Sluggish to plant and get out of his drops quickly. Also true. Missed 2024 with injury. That's also true. Sources tell us, I don't love the instincts, but I do love the size of athletic talent. He needs more work, but he's a day 2 pick all day and an AFC national scout. I think he's definitely a day 2 talent. I actually believe he could be a late first round pick. There's a lot of reaches in the first round. Oh, what's up, DZ? DZ, what up, DZ? There's been a lot of reaches in the first round. I believe that he could be one of those reaches in the first round. So could definitely. I think honestly, it's all on the Saints. The Saints are going to dictate this entire draft after pick 9. Hear me out when I say this, right? Because a team like the Browns, as it's kind of a side note here, the team like the Browns, right? I kept talking about the Browns need a quarterback, need a quarterback. They signed Joe Flacco. That's not a long-term solution. We know that. I know that. Joe Flacco's 1,000 years old. We know that. So, and Deshaun Watson is bunt. You know that, and I know that. Now, maybe Deshaun can get it together, but I doubt it right now. So, I doubt Deshaun Watson's talent, and Joe Flacco's a fossil. So, they need a long-term solution at the quarterback position. I was thinking Shadur's going to fall to 29, and someone's going to come up and get him, and that team's going to be the Browns. Now, if these fools and the Saints draft Shadur Sanders, all that's out the window because no one's trading for Jackson Dart. No one is trading up for Jackson Dart unless you are desperate. And maybe the Browns are desperate. The Browns and Saints control this draft. I completely agree with that. Because the Browns at 2, if they take Abdul Carter, I think they're going to do, or they'll take Travis Hunter, teaming Abdul Carter with Myles Garrett makes way more sense. I know Travis can play both sides of the ball. Just extend Greg Newsome. What the hell are we doing? You got Denzel Ward. Greg Newsome's a hell of a corner. You like Emerson. What the hell you need Travis Hunter for? Play offense? Sure. Have at it. Have fun. But what quarterback? Who the hell's throwing the football? So I don't know what the... Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco? He's a fossil. What the hell are we talking about here? A fossil? Stop it. Stop the cap. Stop the bulljive. Stop it. Stop the BS. We know that's bullcrap. They need a quarterback. I know that, and you know that. So, they don't take one at 2, which Shedeur at 2 doesn't make the most sense. He's not the most talented player at 2. So now, they're going to take Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. It makes so much more sense to take Abdul Carter. He's an animal. Freak of nature. He's the best edge rusher in this class. But also, you look at Travis Hunter. He's a unicorn. He plays both sides of the ball. That makes him a generational talent in this draft. You can go either one. Titans are going Cam Ward. I ain't worried about the number 1 pick number. That's already solidified. They're taking Cam Ward. Number 2 is when the draft starts. We know they're not taking Shedeur at 2. I hope the Browns get Abdul Carter. I don't want to go to the Giants. Hell no. Hey, I will stomach Travis Hunter for 10 years over stomaching the combination of Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and effing Abdul Carter. That's scary as hell. I don't want to deal with that. No. Hell no. Nigga, no. Excuse my French, I say that word. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Bob. I do not want it. Abdul Carter can go to Cleveland. I please draft him. Browns. I don't want him in my division. No. Kayvon ain't all that. I agree with that. But you add Abdul Carter, he might turn to all that. That's my point. And now, if they don't want to keep Kayvon Thibodeau, fine. They can trade him. And that means they might have 2 first-round picks. I don't want that. No. No. Hell no. Hell no to the no. Hell no. I don't want that. I don't need that. No. So, yeah. Browns, take Abdul Carter, please. For the love of the NFC East, do not let this ninja come in my division. I don't want this nigga in my division. He's a Penn State boy, so it's going to hurt. Another Penn State boy is my division. I don't want that. So, no. Hell no. No. Hell no. So, no. I know I went on a tangent saying no about Abdul Carter coming to the Giants. I get it. But I don't want that to happen. So, I think the boys will share like this. 1 Cam Ward, 2 Abdul Carter, 3 Travis Hunter. Now, things can get spicy. What if the Panthers want Travis Hunter? And they give the Giants an offer they cannot refuse. That's interesting. But I think they're going to take Travis Hunter. It makes perfect sense. Then at 4, the Patriots get best offensive lineman available. Was Will Campbell, Ahmad Medabu, whoever that offensive lineman they choose to be, they'll get that guy. Number 5, I think Mason Graham you can just pencil him with the Jaguars. That makes good sense. Number 6, I'm going to put in pencil. Can't put it in pen or marker. But in pencil, I'm penciling Ashton Jeanty there at 6. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Pencil him at 6. At 7, I don't know what the hell the Jets going to do. So that's another wild card there. I don't know what the Jets are going to do. Don't ask me no questions. They can go Will Johnson, and they don't want to pay. They don't pay Sauce Gardner. They can go Tyler Warren to help out Justin Fields. They can take Shedeur Sanders. I don't know what these fools want to do. Don't ask me. I'm not a Jets fan. I don't know. Okay, I don't know anything. I know Commanders football. I know a little about the NFL around it. That's about it. I am not a Jets fan. I don't know what these ninjas want. I don't know what they finna do. I don't know. I don't really give a hell. Next, the Panthers. They're picking best offensive player available. Period. I can stand that 10 toes. They're picking the best offensive player on the board. If that offensive player is Amarion Hampton, they're taking him. If it's Tack McMillan, they're taking him. If Travis Hunter finds a way to fall to 8, which I think absolute nonsense, yes, they're taking Travis Hunter. They're taking the best offensive player, skill player on the board. Period. I'm going to stand on that. They're going to invest into Bryce Young. They've seen the potential now. They understand their boy can play ball. Dave Canales needs to keep put in positions to succeed and need offensive weapons. Adam Thielen's 1,000 years old. He's a Super Saiyan fossil with no Super Saiyan power. The man's old as hell. Got daggone what's his face? Xavier Legette. Sometimes he got hands of kryptonite. He can't catch claps in the whorehouse. And then you have the other guys. We don't care about the other guys. They cut Terrence Marshall. They don't got a bunch of receivers. They need a legit receiver 1. Okay? And Tack McMillan's that. Let's continue. I know he'll watch film and all that. Boy can play ball, darn it. All right? Pick Tack McMillan. Now, number 9. This is where it gets spicy. What the hell are the Saints going to do? Are they going to take Shedeur? Are they going to do it? Found this episode. Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what the hell they're about to do. I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm not a Saints fan. I don't know. I don't think Saints fans know. I don't think no one knows. Derek Carr got this injury that he might be out for the season with. He might get another shoulder surgery or something. I don't know what the hell's going on in New Orleans. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in that Nola water. I don't know what's in them hand grenades they drink on Bourbon Street. Don't ask me questions. I don't know. But I know this. If they take Shedeur Sanders, this whole draft goes left. Quick, fast, and a handbasket. So, I don't know what they're going to do. They might just take BPA. I don't know. But at 10, who's at 10? I don't care who's at 10. I don't care who's at 11 either. I really don't give a crap. The Patriots or the Cowgirls, I think they're taking Amarion Hampton. They're going to take the best running back on the board. They know Dak needs a running game. Javonte Williams and whoever else they signed are not going to cut it. Rico Doodle should have been re-signed, as Janky Rondo said. So from 9 to 12 is going to really judge the draft. I believe at 29, I think the guys going to be available are like Will Johnson won't be available, right? Maybe Donovan Ezeraku will be available. What quarterback you talking about? What quarterback drafted last? Who you talking about? The Saints? Spencer Rattler, stop it. Spencer Rattler was a 5th round pick for a reason. Remember how we felt about Sam Howell? They better not feel like that about Spencer Rattler. They better not. They better not. You take Shedeur if you can. Now, if you think 9 is too rich, I respect that. But if you think 9 ain't too rich for a quarterback and his name is Shedeur Sanders, you take him. Period. Spencer Rattler should not prevent you from taking Shedeur Sanders. Just like Sam Howell did not prevent us from taking Jaden Daniels. Matter of fact, we took a step further and shipped him to Seattle. We didn't play those games. Sam Howell, as well as that first half of the 2020 preseason looked, the second half told Adam Peters, hell no, he can't do the daggone job. I'm going to ship him to Seattle. A shit is happy behind the Seattle. Quick, fast, in a hurry. So with that being said, New Orleans Saints, If you feel like Spencer Rattler ain't the answer, take Shedeur Sanders at 9 and stop playing games. If he's available. Because the Browns could take him at 2, and this could put everything in the bud. I don't know what the hell. But I'm assuming the Browns will take Abdul Carter. It just makes too much sense. I know the Travis Hunter thing could play both sides of the ball, and who's throwing him the ball? And if you're drafting Travis Hunter as a DB, you took him number 2 overall. He's going to be your cornerback 1. What the hell are you doing with Denzel Ward? Cleveland? You draft Travis Hunter at 2. What in the hell are you doing with Denzel Ward? Answer that question. I want to know that ASAP. What the hell are you doing with Denzel Ward? You trade him? I'm listening. I need to know. I want to know. What you doing? What you doing, Denzel Ward? What you doing with Greg Newsome II? What you doing? I'm interested. I need to know. What you about to do? I need to know. By Green could be available. He had that whole scandal thing. I don't know what the hell going on with that dude, but something with a woman, domestic violence or something, DV. I don't know. Don't ask me questions. I don't know. But I think he got off of it or whatever. That got settled. So Mike Green's a possibility at 29. Donovan Ezeraku is also a possibility. I think Kevin Winston Jr. is an option. He's probably lower on the list, though. Luke Burden could be an option if they really don't like what they see in Luke McCaffrey and Kizzy Osborne now. Who else could be an option at 29? Trey Harris, maybe. That's a long shot. That'd be a reach. Taking the 29th pick and drafting Trey Harris, I will feel some type of way. That's some Ron Rivera boy. Okay? It might not like Trey Harris. I like him a lot. I don't like him in the first round a lot. That's a little reach. That would kind of piss me off just a little bit. AP might have to see me in the locker room with these, because you're tripping. You're definitely tripping if you're doing that. But Mike Green makes sense. Devin Ezeraku makes sense. Shamar still would not be there. But Nick Scorton, he makes sense. Amarion Hampton makes a lot of sense. I know some people say Travion Henderson. It's a little reach. I'm going to curse you out if you do that too. I like Travion Henderson. I don't like him in the first round now. Okay? I don't like him that much. All right? No Travion in the first round. Hell no. Maybe in the second round, but not in the first. Another guy that makes a lot of sense is Nick Inawari, the guy out of South Carolina, the safety. That makes a lot of sense. What corner makes sense at 29? Matthew Golden makes sense. I don't think he's going to be at 29. I mean, he's going top 20. It's a chance, but I don't think. I feel that, but a guy like Nick Inawari, I think is worth it. I think he's one of the best safeties in this class. He's one of the top 3 safeties in this class. And I wouldn't mind getting my hands on him. He's a ball hawk. He catches interceptions. A ball hawk or edge rusher is worth it at 29. Now, wide receiver, I would feel some type of way. If it's Matthew Golden, I probably wouldn't have a problem with it. If it's Luther Burden, I probably have a problem with it either. I would be it'll be slightly early. I think Luther Burden's no longer a first rounder. He's probably a real early second rounder. So I probably wouldn't be mad about that either. I probably wouldn't be mad. What's I won't be mad about? I would love Donovan Ezeraku. I think he has a lot of talent out of Boston College. I definitely don't mind Mike Green either. I definitely want one of those 2 edge rushers. If James Pierce Jr. fall, oh my gosh. God has boast upon us if that boy falls in your lap at if he falls to you at that spot, then you're golden. Like James Pierce Jr. falls to 29, you can't pass that up. Like that's I don't think you can pass up. I think it's impossible to pass up at that point. You can't pass that up. I just don't think you can pass that up. Getting James Pierce Jr. at that pick, I just don't see you passing that up. That'd be crazy if you did. That's crazy work. I can't lie to you and say, yeah, yeah, dang, Jesus Christ, yo, the Heat beat the living Sweet Honey Iced Tea out of the Pelicans. Golly, 153 to 104. Yeah, done. Lord have mercy. BTA for real, like that was belt to like golly, that was just OD. That definition of OD. I just saw the score, like what the hell, like they just OD'd on them. I ain't gonna lie, that was just OD. That was OD. Let's see. I don't believe the organization will pass up anybody at the top of any position. Best player available first round at all times. I completely agree with that. That best player is a running back. Cool. Their best player outside of quarterback. That's the only position I'm like, all right, cool. But outside of quarterback, I completely agree with you. Any position not named the Jaden Daniels position. Yes, I completely agree. That best player is offensive lineman. Take him. That best player is edge rusher. Take him. Take BPA. After the first round, though, you look for needs. But in the first round, if the best player available, you get a position of strength. Like, I believe our wide receiving core is the strength of this team. I still think I would take a wide receiver. Because you can never have enough good receivers. Never. Corner. We can never have enough good corners. F that. You got a corner you like at 29, take him. Take him. You think he's the best corner at the spot? He's the best player you can pick up at 29? Pick him. Pick him. If it ain't quarterback, pick him. I don't care that player's the right guard. Take him. Move him to left guard. Screw it. But get him. I don't care. If it ain't the position with 5 on it, you take him. Take him. If the best player's a running back, Brian Robinson Jr., it was nice knowing you. You're now RB2. Enjoy your life. If that best player can outplay Terry McLaurin, as crazy as sounds, I know it sounds crazy. Terry McLaurin, you're still gonna get paid though, because you still the wide receiver one. But if that player is comparable to Terry or close to him, might not be better, but comparable, take him. Take him. You can't have good wide receivers. If that player's a tight end, it's Colson Loveland. What the hell is he doing here at 29? Get him. Get him. Shoot. I don't care if rusher there or not. Colson Loveland sitting there at 29. Don't waste your time. Turn the card. We shouldn't be on the clock long at 15 goddamn seconds if Colson Loveland's sitting there at 29. That's crazy work. That's crazy. That is absolutely. That's just. I don't got no words for that. If he's at 29, that's organizational that is league organizational malpractice. No guy with that type of talent at tight end, with that type of frame and catching ability should be at 29. That's good. All right, kicker. All right, kicker. All right. Now we're going too far. Okay. Any position that as require him to catch or touch the football and not kick it, take him. Your kicker. All right. Chill out now. Chill out now, Diz. Chill out. I should specify that. Yes, I do believe we'll take a kicker. I've been at Miami kicker will be the 7th round. I think we'll draft him. I think that'd be a good look. Because Zane Gonzalez ain't gonna cut that doinky doink from 37 yards out. They ain't cutting next year. They ain't gonna cut. Austin Seibert, that was a cute story until the Dallas game when he went to absolute hell in the handbasket. I don't know what the hell that was about. That was bad. Speaking of Trey Harris, we brought him up. He had a top 30 visit with the Commanders. That's interesting. I think he's a target at 61. Not target at 29. But at 61, I think we'll be interested. Would he make it to 61? Beats me. I don't freaking know, right? But maybe, if you trade out the first round, let's just say you trade it with, you trade with the Giants. I just give a hypothetical, right? Giants at 3 take Travis Hunter, and what's his face? Shedeur Sanders is gone, but they really like Jackson Dart. Let's just say they do. They don't think he will last beyond the Browns at 33. They say, you know what? To hell with it. I'm gonna call my op, trade with my op, call the op, Commanders. What would it take, big dog? It would take your 2nd and 3rd round pick in a 5th next year. Let's just shoot for that. Okay. Whoop. We get to 35. Trey Harris could be a target at 35. That's correct value for Trey Harris, right? That's cool. I wouldn't argue with that. And then you got another 2nd round pick. You could take a running back. You take Caleb Johnson if you like. You could take Devin Neal, one of those other guys. Fine. I don't argue with that. By the way, I think this will be a very offensive laden draft, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and kick that out too. Very offensively focused draft. I believe in that. Because you want to strengthen your strength. Now, you want to say the defense needs to be better, cool. But sometimes your best strength is strengthening the strongest part of your team. And offensively, we are a much better offense than we are defensively. Defensively, I think we have some good pieces. Frankie Louvu, the last supper. Actually, no, we're gonna just put God on here. The last chapters of Bobby Wagner. That's still a good piece. He just can't cover no more, but he's a great run defender, even at his age. I like the Javon Kinlaw signing. When I started really look at him as a player, I wanted Milton Williams. Don't get it twisted. But Javon Kinlaw, it's a couple calibers lower than that, but he's still a really good football player. Don't get twisted. And then I really like the guys around it. So Johnny Newton, Deron needs to step up. He's been pissing me off. He needs to play better. The edge rusher position could be more than he desired. And then you lose Dante Fowler. So it makes it even worse. It kind of sucks. Dorrance Armstrong getting paid a nice little piece of change. I mean him do a little bit more than 5 sacks. And actually stay healthy. That would be great. Who else? Cleveland Farrell stinks as an edge rusher. But he's a really good run defender. That does help. Who else? Dedrick Wise Jr. is a solid pass rusher. He's okay. Slightly above average. This much above average. But good run defender, good instincts, smart football player. Can't argue with that. 1-year deal. Won't get mad at that, right? Mikey Samerstill, dog. I think Marshawn Lattimore is going to take the founder of youth and get his life together. He's going to be back to the old Marshawn Lattimore this year. And we saw signs of it. It just wasn't consistent. I think that hamstring was still bothering him, by the way. I like Quan Martin. Not a lot of people, oh man, get Quan the hell out of here. No, Quan is solid. Quan's a solid piece of this defense. He's solid. I don't hate Will Harris. He's okay. We need a difference maker on defense, though. If you can get that at 29, there you go behind at 29. But if you don't see a difference maker on defense and you want to get the hell out of it to get more draft picks, which we know Adam Peters is not going to lead this draft with 5 draft picks. That's crazy. Carson, what up, bro? Yeah, so saying about the defense. Saying something. I lost my train of thought that fast. Got some good pieces, but if there's no difference maker at 29, and you'll see an offensive difference maker, get the hell out of the pick. Just get the hell out of it. Don't just pick the pick. You can't come out this draft with 5 draft picks if you're Adam Peters. That is crazy work. I don't think Adam Peters is not a fool. He knows we're an older roster. But outside of Jaden, Mikey, the draft class from last year in general, and the 2023 draft class, there's some guys still left on that from that class. There's maybe 1 or 2 people were left in that 2022 class. And the only legit guy from the 2021 class is Sam Cosmi. This is an older roster. Laremy Tunsil, 30. Tyler Biadasz is 28. Well, he's under 30, so I'll leave Tyler Biadasz out of this. Bobby Wagner, 35. Marshawn Lattimore still under 30 for now. But this is an older roster. This older player. Zach Ertz, 1,000 years old. Zach Ertz is 1,000 years old. Austin Eckler's pushing 30. At 30 is around the corner. Terry McLaurin, our number 1 wide receiver, guess how old he is? 30. I'm 32. Probably 32. But I don't play football. So, I don't play professional football. These guys are starting to get up there in age or are up there in age. You need more youth. And 5 draft picks is not enough youth. You need more. So get the hell out of 29 if you can. Or get the hell out of 61. But you got to get draft capital. It's must. That in next year's draft capital too. We traded 2 draft picks next year to go get Laremy Tunsil. So you better recover some of that draft capital too. Also keep that in mind. But I think it's a will and deal a little bit. We might trade a couple of our own players to get draft picks. Brian Robinson Jr. maybe? B-Rock? Maybe? Keep telling her Lattimore was hurt last season on different defense. He should back. Yeah, I agree with that. He was dealing with the hamstring injury. I think on top of that, he wasn't confident. Like when Marshawn played against the Saints his first game, you saw that confidence he had in that hamstring. He looked good because he was confident. That first quarter versus the Eagles, he looked confident. And then AJ started putting work on his ass. He started getting whooped. He's like, oh man, I started losing his confidence. He started grabbing and all that pass interference board, all that crap. It was because he wasn't confident. I think him having a full off season, that hammy get right, keep that hammy right, he'll be fine. I think he'll be back to the old Marshawn. Now, is he going to be prime? Is he going to be 2020, 2021 Marshawn Lattimore? No. That guy's gone. Can he be 80% of that? Yes. I believe so. Can he be 75% of that? Yes. I believe that. If he's going to be 2020, if he's 2021 Marshawn Lattimore, you know how good this fool is. If he's 2021 Marshawn Lattimore, you know how good this fool is. Marshawn was about to turn 29. Bro was 25. That man was in his prime, in his bag. He was giving Terry work. He locked that boy down. He sent Terry McLaurin a one-way ticket to the Shadow Realm for 60 minutes. Put belt on that boy. belt to whooping that boy like he stole something. That competition with Terry this offseason is going to rile him up. I believe another year in his defense going to rile him up. I think that Hammy getting healthy is going to get going back on track. Marshawn Lattimore, he's going to be a real problem this year for defenses. Or offenses, I mean. He's going to be a really huge problem for offenses. I think he'll get a pick next year. I think he'll have 10 to 12 PBUs for the season. I think he'll target him early. Going to tell him, no, 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 not in this house. And he's going to stop throwing that boy away for a little bit. So, Marshawn Lattimore is going to have a resurrection this year. And he's going to look like a top 15 corner again. I believe that wholeheartedly. So, I think that'd be fine. I think you come up with 7. If you turn 5 draft picks to 7, we're good money. 8 might be a stretch because you gotta do a little bit more Will and Dylan. I believe if you get out the first round and you get 2 picks out of that, and then you move down in the second round after you get that second round pick to get more picks, when you take a player you like, then you'll have 8. Then that could maybe work, but I think you get out the first round, you should get a total of 7 picks. You'll get 2 picks from that team along with the pick swap. So you'll have a total of 7. That makes a lot more sense. I think 7 picks. You get 7 picks out of this draft. I'm gonna give it an A because you got 7 picks. I think you're gonna pick 7 solid football players, and I think we need a 2024 class to also step up. Johnny Newton has to stay healthy. Ben Sinnott, I need to see you more. I need to see more of what's his face? Dominic Hampton. Maybe they like him enough. Maybe he could be a difference maker that we haven't seen yet. Maybe they say, you know what? We're taking a safety for. We like this guy. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that you had to kind of put into Mikey's gonna be a dog. Mikey's gonna be one of the best slot corners in football. And if he stays outside, I mean he's gonna be a really, really good outside corner. I don't think he could be a Pro Bowler outside. But I think he could be a perennial Pro Bowler inside though. So I don't know for the next live stream. I gotta get to bed, man. I gotta go to work in the morning, unfortunately. So I gotta get up out of here. I gotta be up at 4:30 in the morning for a 6 a.m. shift. So love you guys, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's good chopping up with y'all. Shout out to DZ and Big Simple for commenting tonight. I really appreciate y'all pulling up and chopping up with me for a little bit, even just for a little bit. I very appreciate the time. Yeah, man. Love y'all. Have a good one. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Always remember, as long as you put God first and have good sportsmanship, you'll always overcome good talent. Athletics, hard work, dedication, man. Protect fans, always. Love y'all, man, with the love of Christ. And I'll catch y'all even tomorrow or Sunday with another video. I'll have a much more in-depth talk about Kevin Winston Jr., how I like him so much, and I'm excited. If we draft this kid, if we get him in round 3, I'm going nuts. If we get a 3rd round pick and we take him in the 3rd, I'm going nuts. Don't let us get this boy. Boy. I'm telling you. Till next time. Peace.